Let's see, is anybody here? Hello? Danky, hello. Oh my goodness. So lots of things you can do on StreamYards now, and I have to figure out how to do them. Let me see. There, that works. So how are you today, Lanky? If you're still in here. Hi, Remy. How are you? I just want to say, I know Midwestern Mary passed away, and I don't know her, but to her family and her friends, I'm deeply sorry for your loss. And even though I didn't know her, I never had any interactions with her, I'm very, very sorry for your loss. You're cold and still dealing with skunk ache. What's skunk ache? Hey, Gemma. Yeah, that it's so sad. She had a little baby girl, well, a 3 or 4 year old, very young child. So that's always sad. Um, so that's what I wanted to say to start with. And I don't know, yeah. Oh, you didn't know Lanky? Yeah, she passed away, I guess in her sleep. I don't know from what. I did not know her, but I was told about it yesterday. So yeah, it's very, very sad. She was only like 42, 43 years old. So there's about 2 inch long fat white skunk, ooh, with a white black belly under my porch. Saw him last night. Oh gosh, those things are, be careful. Those things carry rabies. Yes, so young. Her daughter is a toddler. It's so sad. It is very sad. Very, very sad. 2 feet long, not 2 inches. What are you talking about, 2 inches? 2 feet long. Did I say 2 inches? Life is never promised. That's why we got to make the best of it and not worry about, the small stuff. Hi, Jonathan. I mean, we can worry about it, but I mean, I think anybody has the right to say, to send out their condolences. It doesn't matter if you knew her, you fought with her, you didn't fight with her. Just, as human beings, we need to remember that, someone lost their life. She's left a child and a husband behind, and it's sad. It's very sad. So, anyways, on to other things. I don't know if you guys were watching Johnny Depp testifying yesterday. Yeah, that's true, Remy. You're true. I didn't know how serious rabies was. Hey, Ginger, are you out of the hospital? Um, I don't know if you heard Johnny Depp's testimony yesterday, but I felt so bad for the way he was brought up, on how horrible his mother was. Like, she was awful. She was an awful, awful woman. Of course, I mean, and he, I'll tell you what, he was a nice guy. Like, he really was. Like, he let people stay in his penthouses for free. He didn't charge them rent. I mean, they're trying to make him look like this monster. And I didn't know all this stuff before. He does. He seems like a really good guy. I mean, even her parents, like you know, he, he would send them away for their anniversaries and stuff like that. It's just like, I felt so bad for him. Sure. I've just felt horrible. Let me see. There we go. So yeah, I had it on all day yesterday because he testified all day yesterday. So the whole testimony, like the whole thing about Amber Heard, is, to me, she just like a snake. What was deleted? He looks like he does tons of drugs. I think he said hi, wild one. What was deleted? What was automatically deleted? Why do some things get automatically deleted? I did not delete anything. So anyways, yeah, and I'm thinking, did the way he was brought up, the way his brothers and sisters were brought up, had something to do with the way how he self-medicated, why he self-medicated? Because from what I understand, he did not have a happy childhood. He had nothing bad to say about his father, but he had not very much good to say about his mother. You never trust a drug addict. I don't know if he's a drug addict, though. I really don't. I don't believe he is. I think he's self-medicated. I think he got hooked up with the wrong woman. I mean, where'd he meet her? On a movie set? I think he was saying that he met her on a movie set. Yeah. Yes, Lanky. It's so nice to see you in here. Got back from 84, good times. Miller, what do you mean you got back from 84? Didn't Ginger Locks ask for a link? I put the link in the chat. Oh, Samara will be happy about that, Lanky. What song? Wait, I missed it. Hang on. Hello.
Here I am.
Hi. You still in the hospital?
Yeah.
Ugh, what's going on?
I have a lump in my stomach.
Did they find out what it is?
No,
They have
they,
no clue.
none.
Hmm. Does it have anything to do with your gastroparesis?
It could, yes. They thought it was a hernia, but it's not.
Huh.
So I'm still laying here.
Well,
But on to better news. Yeah, I watched the whole thing yesterday too.
oh my, yeah, I watched it all day. Because it was on all day, except the 2 hours when they went for their break.
Well, of course, you know.
But I felt really bad for him. Like, he's such a good guy.
Hold on, Remy. Yes, the test that I've had so far was a CAT scan with dye. They didn't see anything. So I had a doctor who came up to me, was basically like, "It's nothing." I said, "Look at my stomach; it's swollen. Give me your hand." So she starts feeling around. She goes, "What is that?" Looked at her. That's the reason why I'm here. She's like, "Maybe it's your stimulator on your stomach." No, my stimulator doesn't feel. The woman was so dumb, I just couldn't. So that's
Ben,
where I am. All right, no more about me. Back to Johnny. Um, I've known all this. Like this isn't stuff that we haven't like I haven't known.
well, I didn't know about, okay, what did he self-medicate? Like, he kind of admitted that he was self-medicating.
He was pretty much a drunk, and he was on certain kind of medications. And when he wanted to get clean, apparently our buddy Miss Heard would hold his medications.
She
She
would
wouldn't
what?
give it to him to help him, yeah, to help him like withdraw and get done. She had the medications. She wouldn't give it to him.
I don't get it. Isn't that a good thing though when you're trying to get off?
No, there's medication you need to take that you, if and when you do go through withdrawal, that could kill
Mhm.
you. So there's certain medications you need to take during that kind of stuff so you don't go through withdrawal and you don't hit bottom. That's why people have to go to rehabs. So they agreed to do it on his island. Amber was going to make sure he got his medication. Amber wouldn't give him his medication.
Huh.
She wanted to keep him a drunk and a druggie.
Wow. What a witch.
I mean, that's not even the word. That's being too nice. I mean,
Well, yeah, but I have to be careful on YouTube what I call her because I would call her a see you next Tuesday if I could.
well, you know what was funny when Johnny Depp's team, when Isaac was up, all that was their main line. That was their head story. That he called her the "see you next Tuesday" word, and hope her corpse would rot or something like that. Um, yeah, probably because he was really mad at her. Used every word he possibly could to think of. He was so angry. That's not against the law. It's just not.
Well, he was being very respectful of her because I don't know if I could have been that respectful. Like,
He
I
he's
think
but
she
that's
used
who he is.
I think she used him. I really do. I think she used him for clout, money, fame.
You're right.
Because she
You're
had
right.
who would have heard of Amber Heard before Johnny Depp? Before all
Um,
this,
I think I
really,
saw her in like one movie or two, but I didn't know who she was. I didn't
I
know her
didn't
name.
know. Well, she's more famous now than she ever was before.
This is the most famous she's ever gonna be. Okay? When people are talking to you about you day after day after day, most of it negative, not good.
I know.
I mean,
I felt, but
she,
even him talking about the way he was brought up, like, made me really sad for him. Like
yep.
how evil his mother was to all of the.
And he forgave her.
He forgave her, but he still, I To me, it sounded like he held some resentment towards his mother. He wasn't. He was
Had
calling her.
had to. If
He
your
he was
parents are beating
calling her
you,
by her. He was calling his dad, but he was calling his mom by her name. What is it, Betty Joe or something, or
right?
Betty Jean or whatever. And he kept calling her that, and I'm like, it's not even mom. It's like he just like, you know what I mean?
It's just a lot. And you know me, I've been following this nonstop. And the fact that, number one, I don't know if any of you noticed this, but she seems to be mimicking Johnny Depp's looks from the day before. So there was a couple of suits that she wore that were similar to the ones. And someone said on Monday, today's what? Today's Tuesday or what? Tuesday,
It's
right?
Wednesday.
I
Wednesday.
don't I don't even know my days. Oh my God.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
Good job,
on
Pat.
Monday, or it was Monday, someone said something about like Isaac or something, and now I just lost my train of thought, realizing I didn't know what day it was this week. Where was I going? I was just about to say something. Carla left. I
No,
had a
I'm in the kitchen. I have to get a glass of water.
I had a mind blank.
Sorry. You had a mind fart.
I did, and it's still going.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Paul Bettany is going to be coming up soon.
I didn't think
Um,
you missed me. I could hear you. I just.
Thank you. I know you were talking to me. Yeah, no, I just couldn't remember. And I've been streaming it on my channel, and I'm so upset that I can't stream this.
Why can't you? Is there a reason?
The reason why I can't, because I only have my phone.
Oh, you know what? It sucks going on all those other places that are streaming because there's like 27,000 people in there and it's just
Now, on my
going by. You
channel,
don't even have time to read any of the chat.
I promoted someone. Jonathan is in there with me yesterday, and her name is Nerdette's Newsstand. She's got a great streaming for this. She doesn't really talk at all unless it's like, so like, are you kidding me? Like something crazy. But she doesn't talk, and she'll talk during the breaks. But otherwise, she lets you watch it, kind of like
I
I
like
was
him
doing.
better with the ponytail, though, I must say.
I
I
just
don't
wish he
like
would. I wish he would cut
long,
it. I just wish he could
bushy hair.
get a
Yeah, he's
haircut,
way more handsome with his hair cut short.
get a hair. But maybe there's a reason. Maybe it's the way he likes it. If that's the way he likes it, then who are we to say? You know what I mean?
That's true.
If he doesn't want, and I get it. Everybody saw him as the pretty boy, but he never saw that himself. He thought of himself as this actor, but everybody else thought him as a sex symbol, and he did not. He didn't think of himself as that ever. He didn't think he was.
I don't think
Hey, Ben.
he had a lot of self-esteem. I don't. We're
I don't.
talking about
I think you're right. He probably didn't, nor did he know how to handle somebody like her. But she is. I believe she's got some serious mental issues.
I think he
Serious. That's
fell
not.
into acting by accident. I do. I think he fell into it by accident. He was good at it. Um,
Well, no, I'm not. He didn't fall into it by accident. Like he was doing things. He wanted to be a rock star. That's really what he wanted to
unless,
be. But he wound up doing 21 Jump Street, which he despised because it was so cliche of everything else that was going. Like, he did not want to be that heartthrob for teenagers. He didn't want that. So that's why he started doing all the different character actors that back then you couldn't tell whether or not it was him.
Amber was a rebound from Vanessa.
Absolutely. Rebbe is completely right with that
It
because
is so sad that he
he
didn't marry the mother of his children.
who he was with for 14 years, mind you.
Wow.
And then this crazy broad comes around. Not only she pushed him into this marriage. When they got married, it was all Amber's friends and family and a couple of Johnny's like handlers, things like that, a couple of friends. It happened so fast and she pushed so hard for this wedding. And her one of his friends did say it was all about her. It was not about them getting married and being in love. It was more about her giving more of a reason to party. She's like, I had a headache. And the next thing you know, I take the pill for the headache and it's ecstasy.
Look how good he was to her family, though.
He
Look
was
how,
good to everybody. But that's okay.
I
That
mean, to his friends too. I mean, but especially to her, for her to turn around and treat him like that. Um, Jackpot says he is such a deep thinker and haunted by himself. He cared for his dying mother. He cares for people deeply. He is a
I
survivor.
believe that. I don't, and like I said, not one person has come forward to even be like, "Oh, I saw this crazy side of Johnny," or, "You know what? It was a crazy time. Johnny was screaming." I've not heard one thing, not one, not one bad thing in this whole, except for what we're hearing about him being a drunk and about him, but running away before a physical fight starts. How is that cowardly when you don't want to hit a woman? He he literally said that in the audio tapes. Have you ever heard the audio tapes?
No, never.
Oh, Carla, I'm going to send it to you, okay? But it is time consuming as well, like this whole thing is. Um, the audio tapes, she basically flat out admits he's the one who tries to run away. She's the one who tries to get away. And all the little small things that she's picking at him for. And baby, I hit you. I'm sorry it wasn't a proper hit to you, but it wasn't a punch, babe. You're not punched, babe. That's what she says. And
Well, do you think she put makeup on to make it look like she got?
oh yeah, all staged. All staged.
Wow,
Every bit of it. Never touched her.
what a bitch.
Never touched her. Now remember, and a lot of people are like, how do you know this? You weren't there. Because there's been two other court cases involving this, where it was the first deposition, where she was eating the cookies on the stand. Remember that one? Mm-hmm, 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 raising her hand. I'm like, oh my Lord. Oh my
I don't
Lord.
know. I don't remember that. What happened?
This was their first case that happened at their divorce, where he agreed upon to give her $7 million. $7 million that was not going into her pocket, but going to the ACLU as well as the uh, Los Angeles Children's Hospital. So they were the two places that $7 million was going. Here's another video of her on, I believe it's a German like thing, and she talks about it, and she talks about how she gave half to them, half to this is nothing that she ever won. She never publicly ever wanted to talk about this, but you know, at least, I got nothing. These two charities can now benefit from something that was horrible. And no, she kept all the money.
Yeah,
Actually,
Ben, I think he is 55, something like that.
Johnny
He's
is,
definitely in his 50s.
I think he's 54, I think they said 54.
What's not really giving her $7 million? That's donating money, which can be used as a tax write off. Not saying it's bad, but the truth.
No, I think she just wanted to keep it and no one would ever notice. That's what happened. And then, she's got Elon Musk in her back pocket too, and he adores her. So that's something that bothers me, because he is somebody that some people look.
Okay, did she say she was pregnant?
Um,
Someone
I,
said she said she was pregnant.
she was, I don't know if she had a miscarriage. Um, but I do remember hearing a pregnancy during this trial. I don't know how, when, or why. Um, but no, the child that she has now is a surrogate. And most people agree with me that that surrogate child is there for show. In the beginning, to make it seem like she was a good mother and not this horrible person. Everything she has is an antic. Uh, Writing notes to your friends and your friends passing it to the lawyer who's behind you, who's passing it to your girlfriend who got people
Johnny
kicked
Depp
out.
is 58.
58.
Yep, he's 58. I just googled it to see.
Wow.
I thought he was younger than that too. He
No,
looks pretty good for 58.
no, I still don't believe. Not that I said I don't believe you. I'm just like in my head.
Oh, I
But
just
then
googled.
again, I'm constantly 28. So
Well,
in my head,
these Hollywood types, they all look,
Holly weird is what I call them now. Good grief. It's like you got to follow the leader when it comes to living in the celebrity life. I would never want to be a celebrity ever. Not
I
with what
don't know,
you make one.
too much pressure.
Exactly.
Too much
I don't want
pressure.
to be anybody's role model. I'm not a role model for anybody.
And then every little mistake that you make is on the front page of a friggin' rag magazine.
You know what, Ben? I totally agree with you. He's not as handsome as he used to be, but he's still Johnny Depp. If he freaking just cut his hair and stopped kind of
I
slightly
don't
looking
think
like a
she's
pirate,
pretty. I don't think she's that pretty.
I
There's a
do.
lot of Hollywood actresses that are way prettier than her.
But see, she's the typical blonde, tiny, skinny.
She's
She's
tiny,
always,
she's
but
blonde, but she's not all that pretty. I mean, there's like there, a
but
dime a
she's
dozen in
but she
Hollywood.
is she's probably one of those girls from a very young age learned how to manipulate people, and it's always worked for her, and she's still doing it to this day. And I think this is me. I'm making up something that I think, because no one's that manipulative all of a sudden. That's something you grow into. Like
Well, this will be an interesting trial because I've never watched a trial about a defamation of character. You know what I mean?
it's and it's only going to get
This is
better.
an interesting trial. Like
Now,
I'm riveted.
but the
By
doctors, I will say the doctors were freaking boring as hell.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he was
I
kind of
can't
like
recall. I can't recall.
Johnny Depp, though. He's a very slow top talker too. He
And
was
believe
like
it or not,
very slow talker.
he's very nervous being himself,
I
especially
think so.
publicly.
Yeah, he's not acting, so he's having to explain like personal things in his life. So that's got to be hard. That's got to be really hard.
All because a girl decided to make up lies about him. And look,
But
and now this is on a big scale. On a smaller scale, no one's going to give a crap, and they're just going to most likely believe the woman. You know what I mean? This is why I'm very dedicated about this story, is because people constantly
you
keep
think so?
saying all
I
women,
think it's going to be
all
in his
women,
favor.
all women should be believed.
Yeah, but I think it's going in his favor because I don't see under comments, under under in the chats. I don't see very few people are on her side.
I agree. But
But
here's my problem. She won the past two or whatever, and she thinks because the Sky won in England that she should get a pass, and this shouldn't happen, and it should be automatically doomed, you know, to say no, this isn't going to happen because Amber won. No, Amber didn't win in England. The Sun won. The magazine, not her. Now, I told you I called the New York Post the other day. Um, because they doxed two people, which came from Eve Barlow, which was the notes that were being passed around in the court. They doxed two people's names, their birth dates, and where they lived, being in there. And when they wrote these tweets, mind you, they found tweets from 2016 or 15. These kids were minors then. They're not now. And so they had them doxxed. I was furious. I called the New York Post. She's like, don't talk to me. Call the editor's desk. And she gave me this guy's personal number. So I called him and I like kind of ringed him out slightly, like, what the hell? Like, you guys were supposed to be a news journalist without taking a side. You took the side of a woman that everybody knows is lying. It's like taking Jesse Smollett's side.
Hey, Life Rewinded.
Hey, Life Rewinded. It doesn't make sense. And I said this to the guy on the phone. I don't understand why. He's like, and it was a very clear, you could tell, a very frustrated voice. This isn't us. This is what we're told to do. This
Huh.
is above our heads. We all agree that everybody should say, he said in the editor's room, everybody in there pretty much agree. They know. They know the real thing, but that's not what they're allowed to print.
Huh.
Isn't isn't that upsetting and turns your stomach just a little? That's the New York Post.
This whole thing's been like it's riveting because it isn't like a criminal trial, it's a defamation trial.
Right?
I have never I have never followed a defamation trial before.
It's a civil lawsuit. He's
Right.
he's you know I believe he should get $50 million back. You should get what you receive, what you put into the universe, and all that girl has done to this universe is literally take a poop on it,
Yeah,
just like
that's
she
what
did
she
the
did.
bed, just
Yeah.
like she did the bed.
Well, now, didn't she say it was her dog that did that?
She tried to. It was human size. There was no way Pissle or Boo combined could have made that mess.
Wow.
Yes,
That's sickening. That
that's what.
really is sickening.
Hey, give me 1 second. I just need to order breakfast. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, anyways, I didn't know he was 58 years old. There's always a boss to answer to. Yeah. He's been good though to his friends, to his the people that he was close to. He's been good. I mean, from what I understand, like he was good. He owns an island. I didn't know that. He owns his own island. He'd take his in-laws on boat trips. He loved them. He said that in his testimony. What's yuck, Ben? What's yuck? Come on, Ben. Tell me what's yuck. What's yuck? What's going on? Yeah, so he was good. He was good, and I mean, he he didn't have the greatest childhood, but he doesn't deserve what she's given him. I think he seems like a good soul, even if he was broke money wise. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think so too. I think I felt bad for his sister having to testify against her own brother. You could tell she was struggling. Um, you could tell everybody that he was close to were struggling with him, you know, struggling because they really care about him. He has the burden of proving that Amber's words hurt his career. Yeah, difficult to prove. I think it has, though. It has hurt his career. The dog feces stuff, yeah. I don't know, but that's pretty gross. Like you put your dog on a bed and say, poop. Here, poop on the bed. That's pretty gross. Yeah, Disney did fire him, so that did did hurt his career. He has to prove it directly, not indirectly. Well, what? Why else would they fire him? You know what I mean? Why else would they fire him if it had nothing to do with this?
Sorry, I had to order breakfast. I'm like, oh boy.
Remy said they have to prove that it directly affected his income, not indirectly.
Well, that'll be easy to do because that's why Disney and Warner Brothers have been
Thank you,
subpoenaed
Deborah.
subpoenaed to
Good day.
be in this court case. Do you hear what I said?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just making sure you could hear me.
No, I was just saying hello to Deborah.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
I just,
go
I
for
don't
it.
know. I didn't know what to think before, but the more I see her smirking and the way she's so arrogant,
And entitled,
condescending, arrogant,
and the world revolves around Amber.
horrible person. She just doesn't look like a nice person.
But
When
she's not a nice person.
when Amber
The,
is proven
there's a
wrong,
video of the fact that she beat the crap out of her sister.
yeah, what was that all about?
Now, they were hoping to get a reality show, so they had cameras running all the time. Now,
Hey, Jeff.
people said this was staged, but it wasn't staged. Where she started hitting Whitney, and her friends are like, "Oh my God, Amber beat your ass." She's like, "Stop! I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it." And she's like, "Really?" She's like, "Was that for fake or was that for real?" And Whitney kept going, "I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it." And the girl goes around. She had red marks all over her face, her chest, and her arms.
Wow.
Amber has been known to be violent and get kind of in a manic state. That's exactly what the doctor called it. She has manic episodes, big time. And the audio from him cutting off his finger, so manic. The
Well,
man,
didn't that one psychologist say she treated her sister like a dog that you kick? That's what a dog that needs to be kicked. That's how she treated
that
her
was
little sister,
that was her assistant.
her assistant. Okay. Her
Hmm.
assistant doesn't look like she likes her either.
Oh, her sister likes her. Her sister is defending her one
No,
thousand
her
percent.
assist. You said her assistant.
Oh, her assistant. Her assistant can't stand her.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
Oh, yes, you are right.
she was privy to all this stuff, and the way she talked about her was like she despises her.
Lanky. She did during their very first trial that happened in 2016. She was eating cookies on the stand.
How,
She's a piece of work, this woman. I'm
how
telling
does
you.
how does a court allow you to eat cookies on the stand?
I don't know. Or did she
So
just do it
wrong.
and nobody said anything?
God.
Today now, because he spoke a lot about, you know, what happened with Pirates of the Caribbean when he lost that role due to what was going on between Amber and Heard. So he needs to be able to prove that, which I do believe they have proof. See, they pushed this court date off. This was supposed to happen last May. So they
Right.
pushed it off to this April, right? And that was even more time for Johnny's team to even make sure that they had all the evidence that they could possibly need. And all Amber's team, in my opinion, including her lawyers, are playing games. They are not bright. You don't have to be a lawyer
Hey,
or no.
Evelyn,
They're not good
was it
lawyers.
on the stand or during a deposition?
Which one?
Which
Eating the
one, Evelyn?
cookies?
Hi, by the way, Evelyn. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Um, During her deposition, the first time, she hasn't taken the stand yet for this trial. Um, but the very first trial, she was eating on the stand. And as she's asking the question, she's telling her to wait with her finger because her mouth's full.
Ugh, that's stupid.
She's entitled.
Well, what did she do before she was married to him? She didn't do too much because I never heard of her.
Um, she was an actress, but definitely dating Johnny Depp pushed her to a different level. And that's all she ever wanted, was to get to that level. And
She
in
wanted clout.
right, so she got pissed at him. She made up stories, and in that audio, she says, "No one's going to ever believe you, Johnny. Nobody."
Well, because that's the thing is men are not believed.
And the fact of the matter is, she on the audio tape from before, since that came out, it was either two that came out in 2020. The audio that was leaked in 2020, she basically said that no one's going to believe you. If you tell
She's
anybody
right.
I hit you, no one's going to believe you.
Well, she's right because usually, you know, 9 times out of 10, the woman's going to be believed.
But this is the reason why not, because that the Me Too movement has pushed for
And
every woman to be believed. No, a woman is capable of lying just as much as a man. As a matter of fact, they're kind of a little bit more deviant about it, because where men will just kind of like get angry with each other, use their fists, get it out of their system, women go plotting and stuff like that. Women will get you back tenfold, if not more.
oh
And
yes.
that's the thing. Not all women can be believed, because what if it's your son and all he did was maybe turn her down and she didn't like it? So then she accused him of something
Remy
because
said
she,
it's Hollywood. There's normally an underlying reason these couplings happen. Sometimes they're even arranged to boost both careers. I don't,
not this time.
I don't think this is. He
Not
just
I
seems
would
so
agree with him on a
deflated.
I would agree with Remy on a lot of that, but this one, this in particular one, no, because they they all want it to be over with, but it always kept getting pushed back because of Amber, because Amber never wanted to face these days. Her Me Too lawyers left her. The lawyers after the UK left her. She had lawyers in between that she fired. So when your Me Too lawyer quits on you,
I
on
think
a
she set him up for all. Well, her lawyer is not doing her any favors. I'll tell you that much.
I can't believe her lawyers let Isaac keep going and never stopped him. Like,
No, because they suck.
but no, and that's what a good lawyer or a bad lawyer, you're trying to defend her. You want them to stick to the question. Where he decided to go off and keep answering something, he could have gotten that cut. But remember, this is done by a jury. Even if you cut someone and remove it from the trial, that's still a part of your brain and knowing what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
I'm supposed to get, where she didn't give that girl ecstasy for an aspirin. That was supposed to be removed from the trial because I don't know, she looked at something, and this was all over the fact that Eve Barlow was able to take her down. It all came down to Eve. Eve Barlow is just as bad as she is. Now, the best thing about Eve Barlow, she calls herself like a high time journalist and an activist. She's neither one.
Hmm.
She's
Um,
neither one.
would the UK lawyers have been allowed to rep her in the USA if they didn't leave her?
If they felt that, I think if they felt that she was telling the truth and, maybe a pleasure to work for, but as we could see, working for her is not a good thing. She's awful to anybody. There's a video I put out,
Right?
and her mother goes, "That's my daughter, Amber." And she walks by. Amber literally says, "Don't make eye contact with me," to her mother.
Didn't they say that her mother was afraid of her?
Yes, that is true.
Is her mother still alive?
Yes,
So was it her assistant that said that her mother's afraid of her?
yes,
So
probably.
now that she's put that out there, can they call her mother to the stand?
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of people subpoenaed,
So
but it's whoever is
I don't
going.
imagine her mother will testify against her. She'll say, "No, I'm not afraid of my own daughter."
Well, you can't say no if you're subpoenaed.
I know, but she's not going to say she's afraid of her own daughter. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing: are you willing to perjure yourself in court? To
Well,
some people, like Amber Heard and her sister, they could care less about perjuring themselves in court.
right.
And that just goes to show the lack of even respect that they have for our judicial system, because everyone is aware what is going on. I have not seen one person who's like, well, Amber may feel this. No, I've not seen those people. I've not heard people. There was people a year ago, yeah, that I heard were supporting her. But now I know Elon supports her.
There's people I heard when she was going into the courthouse this time that were saying, "Hey, Amber, good luck, Amber." So there are people that support her that are there.
Right,
I heard it.
right.
It was like a guy, but who can, she has her supporters too.
But her supporters are her
Not very
friends.
many.
Her friends.
I
And
don't know
it's,
who is yelling at her. Hey, ageless beauty.
can you hear me? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, no, because my phone rang. So I hung up. It's my mom. I'll call her back shortly. Um, I just wanted,
Ageless beauty says her mother passed away.
her mother passed away.
I,
I know Johnny's mom did. I didn't think Amber's did.
I don't know. Hey,
Because there
ageless.
is a video that I have, and it is her mother, and it is Amber walking with somebody, and it's her yelling at her mother, "Don't make eye contact."
Yeah, she did pass away, ageless beauty says.
Do you know what year?
I thought she because the way they talked about it, it was like past tense.
All right. Then, yeah, maybe she didn't. That was just something I didn't know. I mean, I really haven't been looking into her parents, but I knew in the beginning that her father called Johnny and was upset that his daughter was pulling this shit. Sorry, this poop, and she her father really kind of was on Johnny's side, but not anymore, as far as I'm aware.
Well, yeah, because he was good to them. He was good to them. Like,
Johnny was good to everybody. Johnny gave everybody, including all of their friends and spouses, a place to live without paying.
Oh, her biological mother passed away. Okay. I didn't know that. So I guess she's got a stepmother.
I guess.
I don't know.
I'm not familiar with that.
I don't know that much about her, to be honest with you.
I
I'm
know
finding
that
out
I
now.
know I hear about her dad. I saw the picture of her mother. That's the only time I've heard anything about her mom or even questioned anything about her mom because I haven't heard her mom be talked very much. That's all. Except for, yes, you said that her mom was afraid of her. I heard that as well.
Yeah. Hi, Joy. Yeah, her mother. That's what her assistant said. Her mother was afraid of her. Her assistant did not look like she was too fond of her at all. Oh,
And she spit in her face.
oh my God! Yes, that's another thing she said. She spit in her face. She's horrible. She's a freaking monster.
Thank you. This is what I've been saying. This is what I've been trying to tell you all about this
No,
woman.
but you've been following this for a couple of years. I am just now finding out
Hmm.
all this stuff. So it's to me
And
it's all new.
there's so much more to come out, man. So much more.
Well, how many days do you think he'll be on the stand? Like,
Johnny,
yeah.
he'll be off by today. You only have a certain amount of time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
There's
he
only a
better
certain.
talk faster then because he needs to get everything he needs to get out today then.
I hope he took something, maybe if he was too nervous or
Because he
whatever.
was talking so slow yesterday. It's like, come on.
From what
Speed it up.
I was watching somebody, and somebody, who was I watching? Maybe it was Popcorn Planet, or it was that umbrella guy. Um, but that his talking and how slow he is, it's because he's very uncomfortable speaking as Johnny Depp. But when it comes to playing an act, like, he can easily do an actor, but he gets very insecure of his own speaking voice. And
Somebody asked in here too, who's going to play Jack Sparrow?
oh,
Nobody can.
Margot Robbie.
Nobody can play. Hey, Kevin,
It's
nice to
going to be
see you.
no, it's Margot Robbie.
No, but it's not going to be the same.
Oh,
Not
it's
going to be
going
the
to
same.
suck.
And not
It's
going to be the
going to
same.
be horrific.
It's not going to be the same.
When here,
I'll tell you
and
that.
I'm sorry, I'm a firm believer of this. Like something like Ghostbusters, which was a freaking phenomenal movie, but they felt the need to redo that movie as girls. That movie was horrific. Like, just because guys did it in a movie, girls can have a different movie. They don't need to do the guys movie just to prove they're better than the guys. Start a movie of your own. I hate those. I hate them when they think that they can pull off these other movies. And I guess I don't consider myself, I guess, a feminist, but um, the ones who do consider themselves feminists these days are really the ones who are trying to take men down.
Joyce says, I listened to their audio. I don't understand how she won. He talks that way. When he went to Children's Hospital, he talks slow and broken. Are you talking about Johnny?
Yeah, she's talking about Johnny.
It's just that it was almost painfully slow yesterday. You know what I mean? Like it was
But
almost
that's
painful.
but that's who he is. Like,
True.
this is who he is. And he may. I mean, some people have closed captioning. If you see the closed captioning, trying to keep up with what he's saying. I caught it on some. They're like, "Oh my god, did you see?" Someone's like, "Look at the closed captioning." It was so funny to see. They're like
I
trying
need
to.
to find a channel where I can actually keep up.
All right, I'm going to give you the channel. You ready? It's
Okay.
Nerdette's Newsstand. To
No.
ask Jonathan. He was there too yesterday.
Well, then someone needs to
Here, why don't I? Oh shit, I can't
post
because
in the chat.
I can. Give me a second. I'll pop back up. I'll go down. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, what'd you say, Remy? Margot Robbie is going to do great, in my opinion. Sometimes reboots need to happen to freshen things up. There's been how many pirate movies? Should just stop doing series that are this long, like Fast and Furious. I don't know. Pirates of the Caribbean is classic, though. It's not the same. Won't be the same without Johnny Depp. I don't care what anybody says. Johnny Depp is Jack Sparrow. Johnny and Amber have had equal bad behavior towards each other. It was toxic. Yeah, well, toxic relationships need to end. They don't always have to end poorly, though. You won't watch. No, I won't either. Life Rewinded. Did you change your name? Okay, gotcha. Let me see. Let me sub to that channel. Okay. Oh, I was sub to them. I'm subbed to so many dang channels. It's not even funny. So are you guys going to be watching that today? I know I will be.
Yeah, so that's the link for today's morning trial for her.
Yeah,
So she's
I was like, I was already subbed to her, but I didn't
yeah, but
really.
then you know what? Sometimes they just if you don't go on their channels, they'll not send you the notifications anymore.
Oh, that yeah, that's true.
Hmm. So
This is
yeah,
true.
no, this if you want to listen and hear the court proceedings, this is where you want to go because some of those other stations they talk over the court. I don't like that. Excuse me.
Yeah, they do. I mean, there's a movie out there I want to see with Sandra Bullock called can't remember what the movie
Oh,
is.
the new one with her and
Yes, the new one. It looks like it looks good.
Magic Mike guy. Damn it. What's his name?
What's the movie called? The Land.
I don't remember.
I can't remember, but I've seen some trailers for it, and I want to see it.
Oh, Life Rwanda. I adore Popcorn Planet. I think he's got a really good personality for YouTube. He brings on really good people, but he's not streaming the trial. Instead, after the trial's over, him and his friends will get together and then discuss. So for me, I like that as well. That's a good one. Agreed, Life Rewinded. Yeah, Popcorn Planet's a good one. That Umbrella Guy's a good one. Nerdette Newsstand, she's a good one. Oh, also, then there's eHacker and Come Geek Some. They all cover it, and they're
I don't
really
know. The
good.
Steel Magnolians they rebooted. I didn't like at all. Wasn't like the first one.
What they say?
Rebooting these movies, instead of
Oh yeah,
hey Candace,
Channing
instead of
Tatum.
like
Thank
getting.
you, thank you, Life Rewinded. Channing Tatum. That's his name of the movie that you wanted to watch.
Oh, is that? Yeah, that's the guy. But what's the movie called? Sandra Bullock's new movie. Oh, I'm gonna see it this weekend.
Who's got Google at the moment? Just Google it.
I do. Sandra Bullock's new movie. Uh, Bullock's new movie. Movie. That's not it. The Lost City. The Lost City.
Is that it?
It's called, yeah. It
All
looks
right.
looks funny.
I want to see the new Nicolas Cage movie
Oh, really? Why is it
where
funny?
he's playing himself,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, and it's a total comedy, and it's some Mexican, some drug lord somewhere wants to bring him out, and he starts to wear whatever it is, but it's him being ridiculously eccentric as Nicolas Cage. It looks, from what I'm hearing, it's hilarious.
Well, that's like this one with Sandra Bullock, and I'm not going to give this away because they show it in the trailer. But this guy has leeches all over himself,
Oh,
and he freaks out. It looks so funny. It does. It looks hilarious. I want to see this movie so bad.
yeah, Remy. She said it was The Lost City. I don't have
The
anything.
Lost City, yeah, that's the one. That's the movie I want
Yeah,
to see.
Steel Magnolia should never be redone.
No, it was redone though.
I My daughter was in the play and she was really good. It's the only time it should be redone.
Yeah, but plays and
I'm
movies are
joking.
different.
I'm making a
No,
joke.
a play and a movie are totally different. Daniel Radcliffe. Who's in Daniel Radcliffe?
He's Harry Potter,
Oh yeah, he's grown up. He's
but
grown up.
he's no matter how you look at it, he's still. But I will give Daniel Radcliffe this: he's done a lot more to now be known as Daniel Radcliffe and not Harry Potter anymore.
Yeah, he was in a horror movie I watched. It was scary.
He was in.
The Woman in
Now
Black. That was scary.
I'm sorry, I really don't mean to keep talking over you.
That's okay. I'm talking over you.
I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to be better at being cautious of if I'm talking over someone and making sure I say good morning to everybody. If I didn't say every, making sure, just sometimes, especially with this pandemic, and I get stuck in my own head where I get pissed about myself. I forget to ask others how they feel. So it's important for me to do that. So, how are you?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Just
You're
fine.
just fine.
I'm I've been going down the rabbit hole of this whole Johnny Depp trial thing.
Oh, girl, I'm all the way down there. Come find me.
Well, you have been there, but
I've been digging for
yeah.
years.
Well, I thought it was interesting yesterday, very interesting yesterday when he took the stand, except it was painful. Oh my
Well,
gosh, it was so
they're
painful.
definitely going to talk about the finger fight today.
Well,
So,
that's that I'm definitely going to be there for.
yeah, we'll explain it to you. And I wonder if they have the audio and if they can use the audio from after that fight.
Why
I hope
wouldn't they
so.
be able to?
I don't know. Maybe somehow or another, the other team can come back and be like this, that, the other thing. And the judge can say, okay, we're taking it or we're not taking it, or we're accepting it
That's
or we're
true.
not accepting it. So I don't know. I don't know what they accepted or they haven't. But a lot of those audios from the beginning, from before they even got divorced, and even when Isaac told her, like, I want nothing, I'm leaving, I love you. And once Isaac heard what she was doing and she was like still knocking on his door, he's like, I don't think it's best for us to talk, because he was angry with her. And every people were sitting where I was watching it. Oh, it's only because he's his friend. So he can be his friend, but he's being honest. To me, that's what I'm getting is honesty. When you see a guy crack under pressure like that for a friend and his family, because this biatch made up a lie that is ruining not only his family, his movies, but his fans now who are getting doxxed in the New York Post. This is insane. And I agree with Isaac.
Well, do you ever see when she arrives at court and when he arrives at court, the difference?
I don't watch that part.
Oh, I watch when they arrive because boy, he gets cheered and they don't boo her.
They booed her in London.
She's got a few fans, but not nearly as many as he does. Not nearly as many as he does.
Of course. Well, I think also I've always been a big fan of Johnny Depp. I'm not saying like the biggest fan. Like there's movies I saw, I'm like, whoa, what are you thinking? And then
But he's been in some great movies.
absolutely,
Great movies.
absolutely.
He's a really good actor.
And he can get himself lost into a character. Absolutely. Where you don't even where he did the now it wasn't I prefer Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, but I did like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate
Gilbert
Factory.
Grape. Gilbert Grape.
What's eating Gilbert Grape? Oh my god.
That was an awesome movie. You know what? I just watched that not too long ago. When a couple weeks ago, I had never watched it before, and I watched the whole thing. Oh my god!
It kind of
I,
crushes my soul
not only
inside.
that, but Leo DiCaprio, he
Oh, I
was
know.
awesome in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
he should have got an Oscar for that movie. Seriously, he was so good.
He was snubbed for so long. And then didn't
Who?
he finally got an Oscar for the movie where he did it by himself up in the Alaskan where he had like God,
Oh, did he get an Oscar for that?
I do believe he did.
I
Because
never saw that movie, but I think I saw the part where he got attacked by a bear.
by a
That was really,
bear. Exactly.
wow.
See, even Life Rewind, Edward Scissorhands, yep. Such a good
That
movie.
was a good movie too. I saw that. That's one of Johnny Depp's. Another one was The Secret Garden. Was it The Secret Garden or The Secret Window? Oh no, The Secret Window. He was good in that one.
Absolutely, Joy Lang. He's like if he's going to go visit children, he doesn't take cameras with him so he can like get clout. That's not what he does. He does it for the kids. He does it for them, not for anybody else, but to see these children. That's the type of guy he is. You know what I mean? Not that I'm saying that Johnny Depp is perfect. What I'm saying is he seems to be a man who tries and always tries to do the right thing. And
Right.
that's what I see from him. But I'm sure he's got his faults. I'm sure drinking is a hard thing for him. I'm sure now they bring up cocaine, but most people have said they never saw him do cocaine. Um,
Well, I think his sister struggled with that too. I think she tried to get him.
okay, now remember, you're in Hollywood. That's like the norm.
Well,
That's
plus
what they,
you have millions of dollars to,
yeah,
you know,
you get bored with life. What else you want to try? Let's try drugs. No, I'm not saying that's what they do. But there's a lot of drugs in Hollywood. So that and to hear that he even snorted cocaine. Oh, so he's not doing A B C D E F G because that's how Hollywood is like. I'm
well, I
sorry.
think if you got enough money, you can get whatever you want in Hollywood,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly. I totally agree. And the trial will be starting in 20 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hop down because I want to watch it.
All right. Now, I hope if you guys can watch it any place you want, but I did drop the link in the chat for new. I can't talk this morning.
Nerdette News,
Nerdette Newsstand.
Nerdette Newsstand, guys.
She already has her um, link ready to go for this morning. She's fun. She's entertaining. And she's got this cute little raspy voice. I love her. She's adorable. So if you are interested in watching it and you don't want people talking over it constantly, that's the place to go.
Actually, where I've been watching has been, I don't know, they don't talk over, but there's so many people in that
Oh,
chat.
I must have missed that part, Kevin. Okay. He said he admitted it on the stand yesterday. Like I said, I'm not
I
surprised
think
that
he
these.
did. Yeah, he did. He
Okay.
did. He admitted he did a line of cocaine with her sister. He did admit that. I remember that part. Um, so
Like I said, they all do this crazy shit. Don't
yeah.
use this because so did Amber, and that's all going to come out as Amber as well. Because Amber definitely was one who partook in all that stuff, if not even more.
Yeah, I think he self-medicated, to be honest with you. So,
Bye, Remy. Bye, Life Rewinded. Bye, everybody.
okay,
Joy
you guys
Lang.
have a great time.
Carla, thank you for letting me up because like this is
I
my this is
know.
my bread and butter right now.
I know. Well, I'm getting down that rabbit hole too. So, you guys
Uh,
have a great, 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 great,
and if you
great,
want to
great.
come down the rabbit hole, I'll see you there.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye, everybody.